to me, it's where it's like this moment establishes the movie as like, oh, if you didn't get it, this is a murder mystery.
And what is happening, Nerd Detectives? Welcome to another episode of Whiskey and a Mystery. I am your host, Blake, Monty Blake Weather. How is everybody doing out in podcast land? I know I ask you every single week, but like, I think sometimes we just need a friend that asks how we're doing. A friend that gives us a little virtual hug. We all need a friend like that. So happy to be your friend. Hey, you know what? If nobody's told you today, you matter and you're awesome. Today's episode is one that I feel like I say this with every episode, right? I am going to break it down on an Every Clue video, but this movie, I saw this, I don't want to say as a kid, but as a teenager for sure, definitely snuck into the movies for this one. I am such a big fan of this movie, and I'm such a big fan of tonight's guest as well. But let's get right into it, because tonight we're talking all about... Naturally, this movie, again, I watched this with my cousin. We went to go see this when it came out, and we had a blast with this movie. It's such an interesting movie, though, because I don't know if you guys would consider it a murder mystery, but it is when you think of it at the end of the day. Bunch of murders are happening. We get a reveal portion of the movie. It's got a lot of action in it. So it's like, I don't care what you're a fan of. You could be a fan of comedy, Simon Pegg, right? Or you could be a fan of like, sort of the slasher vibe, murder mystery. Or you could just be a fan of like sort of a buddy cop comedy. They make it out at the end of the day. I think regardless of what you're a fan of, this movie sort of does it all. And that's why I love this movie. But I can't do it alone. I have to have a whiskey guest tonight. We've got a great guest, but we have some rules for our guests. What are those rules, you might ask? Let's get right into the rules of Whiskey and a Mystery. Rule number 1, the whiskey that they pick has to be $45 or less, can't be allocated, has to be findable. That way, you're out there, you want to grab this whiskey, you can find it and enjoy it with this episode or enjoy it on a rewatch of Hot Fuzz. I just want it to be super findable and super just there for, especially if you're a new whiskey fan, or even if you're not and you're just into whiskey and you're like, you know what, I just want to grab a bottle. I don't have to spend a whole bunch. It's perfect for you. But also, at the end of the episode, rule number 2 kicks in, and rule number 2 is our whiskey nerd will come on and they will make an expert pick for this movie. Can be any price point, any allocation level. So just, it might be a little bit hard to find, but I think always with this, it's really cool because they always fit with the movie and there's always a really good reason. So I'm very excited to see what our whiskey expert, what our whiskey nerd picks for this particular episode. Our guest is probably one of the most underrated, I think, bourbon whiskey content creators. Definitely a master of his own craft. I have found, and you probably have too, some of the most interesting whiskeys by following his profile. And also, I think hands down, the best cinematographer in the whiskey game. Yes, you're already thinking about it. So tonight's guest is none other than Mike of Cinebourbon.
Hey.
What's happening, my man? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome, man. I'm good. I'm just, chilling, enjoying some whiskey, soaking in the vibes. I got the movie playing next to me. I like to watch it as the episode goes by. I love it. But I'm having a good day. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing well. Doing really well.
You were just in town last week for the Austin drop, man. How'd that go?
It was good. We were there, getting that new rare stock, which is the straight wheat whiskey, which is like, you don't often see wheat coming out of Still Austin.
Right.
And just every time I'm there, my buddy Bandit and I, who you also should have him on.
Okay, let's do it.
His handle is Film and Flask.
Oh, I follow Film and Flask.
Yeah.
I saw y'all together. Let's
Yeah.
talk afterwards. Let's see if we can get connected with him. I'd love to
Oh
have
yeah.
him on. Mike, I like to ask all my guests this because I think it's it's always a fascinating story. How long have you been into whiskey? Have you been into bourbon? How long has this journey been going on for you, man?
Yeah. So for me, I've been into whiskey and bourbon since 2017.
Oh, geez.
2017, 2018. Yeah. So I've gotten to see like the wave happen, like sort of like starting to drink whiskey and like starting to figure out what I liked, getting through the like I don't know anything about the hobby phase. Didn't even really know it was a hobby. I just was I was working in Austin with really wealthy people who like knew that I kind of liked whiskey. So when they would
Okay.
give me gifts, they would give me like they
Some
give me
fancy
like birthday
whiskeys.
yeah, it'd be like birthday bourbon. And I was like, you know, I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, let me go make an old fashioned with this. This is great.
Let me put this with some Coke. I think that's going to be a good.
Yeah, yeah. And so it was, COVID hit and like everybody else, I was, stuck inside. So um it's been a while actually. Also, I guess it's approaching 10 years pretty soon. So I wish I had started sooner though. I wish I had started in 2015, 2013 when nobody was
Yeah.
looking for any of this stuff.
when all the BTEC stuff was readily available,
Yep.
when times were good. I will say this. I say
We're
this.
getting better.
I think whiskey, I think bourbon, I think it's like real estate, right? Like you wish you got into it sooner, but once you get into it, you're like, it's never a bad time to start, but you just wish
Right.
you got started a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
And I think especially this year, if anybody's out there who's a new whiskey fan, like myself, I just started at the end of April. I think you're still in a good place to find some good stuff. As you see behind me, I've got the Old Fitz 7, I've got an Eagle Rare 12, I've got a Blanton's, I've got some okay stuff, and I think had this been a year ago, 2 years ago, I don't know how readily available those items would be. I remember it was a struggle for me as just a drinking fan. I enjoy different alcohols. I enjoy my rums. I enjoy, I do enjoy bourbons, but I enjoy a little bit of everything. I enjoy my red wines. I enjoy, my porters, my stouts. But as somebody who even knew that I bought one time a Weller's, special reserve from a Total Wine, and then not being able to find it for 2 years, it was like, well, I didn't know what that. I'm like, I don't know why they don't have it no more. But not knowing that, like, this is just a highly sought after item, and it's still to this day. You go to Total Wine, they get it in, they get it out. They go to the specs, same thing. They get it in, they get it out. But then you go to a local liquor store, and they're like, yeah, we got it for $26. We've been having it here for about a week. So,
Yeah. I mean, in Houston, it sits everywhere.
Yeah,
like it doesn't move. Like there's cases of you can get Buffalo Trace, you can get E.H. Taylor small batch.
Small batch, yeah.
You can get Eagle Rare. You can get it almost anywhere you want. So it's like,
oh yeah. So I think this is a good time. This is a good time to get into it because you can find some good stuff right now.
I'd actually say like this is the best time to get in it because what you have is like people who got in the whiskey during COVID have tired out.
Okay.
And they have sort of left the hobby. And what was happening is, like, quite frankly, like you had people during COVID that literally had free money from the government.
Right.
So they were like, yeah, I'll buy a King of Kentucky for $500. And every time I see one, I'll buy one because the government gave me $1,400 a month.
They gave me some stimmy. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'll meet people. Like we have a buddy here in Houston, and I saw his collection for the first time, and I was just like, that is an amazing collection. That's a COVID collection. I know it. I was just looking at the collection. Yeah, I'm like looking at the years, and I'm like, yes, you bought all of these during COVID.
That's great.
So I like you have the COVID crew that's like left.
Okay.
But also whiskey content, like content creators are at there's probably too much saturation. Like I think to some extent, like we need to take some of these phones away. Like some people don't need to have an account. I don't want to go into my soapbox about
No,
that.
but it sounds funny. You put out a video not too long ago about infinity, was it bottles or barrels or somebody like
Like
you're
home
like
barreling project.
we don't need we just don't we don't have to, don't bring that around here. Don't do it. Don't start that shit. Don't do that shit around me. Basically,
People were mad about that. People were very upset. Like, and they will be like, I went on the Bourbon Pursuit podcast, and all of us were like, home barrel projects are awful. And the host of Bourbon Pursuit, you'll hear him say on the episode when it comes out pretty soon.
Okay,
he's like, not only is it highly illegal, but I think it's dumb. So, but yeah, I mean, I think
it's great.
Like, I think because you have so many content creators, like, there's like, it like runs the gamut. Like, there's a whole spectrum of people on the internet that like you can figure out like who your palette sort of aligns with.
Yeah,
and you have now like more coaching and guidance to you where you can skip certain phases that other people had to go through in the bourbon world. So it's like the best. And also there's more allocated stuff. I took a bunch of pictures. I never go into Total Wine because I think Total Wine's evil.
Okay.
But I just like, I needed to kill time today, and I just like ducked into one. I was like, let's see what they have. And there was just more allocated stuff on the shelf that like used to be, like you were saying, like you couldn't find, like Henry McKenna 10s on the shelf, and
they're there. Yeah.
You know, Baker's 13. It's just
it's out.
There. Yeah. Yeah. Like no case, no nothing. Right. Like so there's just like tons of stuff on the market now. You have tons of advice, and like now like the true whiskey nerds are like banding together and making clubs and stuff like that. So it's a great time to get in that hobby.
I feel like I got into it at the right time, you know?
Yeah,
I wish I got into it sooner, but I feel like it's a good and then having people like yourself, whiskey enthusiasts like yourself, to be able to pick good whiskeys with these movies kind of helps me to be I'm on the right track of finding something. I'm not wasting money out here, you know? Yep. So that's always an appreciation factor, man. So Mike, as much as you know, I thank you for, you know, checking out some episodes. I appreciate you coming on, taking some time to just shoot the shit with me. One about your life, but right now, also about some whiskey. And as we get into some whiskey, Mike, I want to know, what was your pick for this movie, Hot Fuzz?
So my pick, and I actually realized I left the bottle at my friend's house, but I do have 200 milliliters of it.
Okay, counts. It counts.
I cannot tell you where I got this from, but this is the Wild Turkey 101 8-year.
This little bad boy right here.
There you go, right there. And I specifically chose that because I am a big believer that Wild Turkey. So I am a huge Wild Turkey fan. Like I love that profile. The other day somebody was asking me, like, they were like, do you actually like Wild Turkey more than Buffalo Trace? And I was like, yeah. If I think about their lineup, right? Like there are places in the Buffalo Trace lineup where I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But like that same altitude in the Wild Turkey lineup, I really love that product.
Okay.
Like, I really love Russell's 10. I really love Russell's 10 store picks. I cannot stop buying them. Like I have so many of them. I have 64 different picks.
Oh my gosh.
And that is because at one time I was trying to compete against my friend Whiskey Thief.
Okay.
Whiskey Thief, his name is Ryan. This dude has, at this point, he probably has over 150.
Oh my gosh.
Like, let's just say he has over 100 different picks.
Store picks.
Yeah, of Russell's Reserve. So
oh my
God. Yeah. But
wow.
I just, other than GTS, I think I could put a Russell's product or a Wild Turkey product up against anything from Buffalo Trace, and I personally would enjoy it more. As far as I'm concerned, they're like the first family of bourbon. Like the Russells are special people, and I can't get enough of their stuff. I just like high-end Wild Turkey. Also, like every time I get ready to like spend a lot of money on a bottle, Wild Turkey is literally my Mendoza line in more ways than one. Like if I taste something, doesn't matter how much it is,
Okay.
If it's not better than Wild Turkey 101, it's not good.
That's good.
Like,
That's a good mark to
yeah.
hit. Yeah.
I don't do the whole like, oh, there's no bad whiskey. If you can't be better than Wild Turkey 101,
Right. What are we
the
doing out
product
here?
where like it's literally on autopilot. The Russells, they don't even touch. They're like, make it. If you can't be better than that, then
Right.
it's not good. Like,
Right.
so, and I'm not drinking it. And when it comes to high end stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like every time I get ready to spend a stupid amount of money on whiskey,
Okay.
I ask myself, well, is this better than Wild Turkey Generations?
Ooh.
And most of the time, the answer is absolutely not. Like, there's no
Wow.
way. If I'm gonna go spend a lot of money on a bottle of whiskey, I might as well just buy another Wild Turkey Generations.
Right.
That's like literally my bourbon bro math. Like,
And he's like, so long story short, I have 100 Wild Turkey Generations. So
I wish. I wish that bottle is actually. I always like try to make people mad. I rage bait about this bottle because I'm like, yeah, that bottle is the best value on secondary because it's the closest to MSRP.
wow.
People are like, you mean $500? And I'm like, yes.
Yes, that's what I mean. Well, you're not listening. Let me
It
alone.
costs
Yeah.
so much at MSRP that you can't overcharge for it on secondary.
Oh, that's great. I love that.
Yeah.
I seriously thought for a second you were going to go like Russell. If it can't beat Russell's 13, then what are we doing out here?
Oh no.
Yeah. No. Okay. Well,
But I probably should make that video just like
piss some
just
people
to-
off.
Yes. That is funny. If it's not better than Russell's 13, I don't want it.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay, we need to exit the stage right now.
Yeah.
Well, while we're having a good time, it's unopened. I have a bottle behind me, but like I said, there's no use
Gotta
in
open it.
drinking oxygen right now.
Yep.
We're here for the bourbon, so let's
That's right.
check out this cork pop right now.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Excellent.
And it had the little smokies come off. That's still
Yep.
aeration right there. So you know we got something good here. Classic little neck pour too is what we're doing out here. Okay. Let's get into this. Let's do a little sniffies test. I remember the first time I tried this. This is not my first time. This is my first time in a while though.
Yeah.
But I remember the first time I really enjoyed, and I didn't know what the hell I was talking about then. So yeah, this is nice. Man, this is I get the it's like caramel brown sugar. Of course, there's like a spice on this thing.
Yeah.
Like a little. There's like vanilla, and also I don't know how to describe this other smell, other than like earthy or ground or something like. Maybe people call it. I don't know what people call something, but
there is always for me this like, yeah, like a leather. There's a very prominent like oak profile on 101 where like a lot of times people who are new to bourbon will say like, oh, this feels like I'm licking a tree. And I'm like, well,
it's a flavorful tree, ain't it?
Yeah. What kind of tree you talking about?
All right, man. All in on it.
Scary.
Let's touch the tongues with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's classic wood, classic. You get that like brown sugar, not quite caramel, but it feels like a brown sugar. You get that spice. You know, I even get like a little. It's not quite nuttiness, but it's not quite wood. But it's like this like nutty wood, and it's like very good. I enjoy that right in the background.
It's like a dusty cherry on it. Like,
yeah. Dusty cherry. Yeah, you gotta get that off there. Yeah, I can get all that, and that's part of the reason why I love Russell's. They got that. It's got that good cherry flavor forward with a little bit of spice, a little bit of vanilla. But this just does something a little bit different, and you can absolutely taste the age on this as compared to a regular 101 for sure. I know maybe there's blind out there and somebody's like, oh, the 101's been up. Bro, you can taste the difference.
No, yeah, it's different. It's like some of the rough edges, like some people describe 101 as harsh, like harsh and rough, like spiky.
Yeah.
But I think it takes off some of the edge.
I think we call those people Canadians. Yeah.
That's probably right. That's true. Yep, Canadian.
Yeah. Somebody's offended. My boy Whiskey Morg is out there. He's offended right now. My bad,
I
Mike.
will say Canadians save all the good Canadian whiskey for themselves. They never send it here.
They do.
Oh, I had like a 32-year-old Canadian whiskey once in Nova Scotia. It was amazing. I was like, why are y'all sending Crown Royal and crap down?
Yeah, stop it, bro. Nobody wants this shit. I had I went to a bottle share not too long ago at the top of the month, and somebody brought a Found North 20-year.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What the what? And I was like, what kind of shit are y'all sending us? Like this is what everything should taste like. This thing is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there, Mike. You know, we don't have that. We've got this 101, and I think this is a fantastic 8-year right here. Mike, what a great selection. How did this remind you of the movie?
So like I have historically watched movies like because I'm really into filmmaking.
Okay. Of course. Okay. The things you shoot. I mean, it's lovely.
Right. And so I was also like when we talked about doing this movie, I was like, oh, I gotta go back and rewatch it because I have not seen this movie in so long.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that of the set of movies that sort of stick out in my head that are kind of like from the same era, same cast, same is freaking Shaun of the Dead. Like that's the one that I'm like, oh, and I liked it so much because Shaun of the Dead is it's like a parody about the movie industry.
Right.
But so is Hot Fuzz. Like,
yes,
it's this beautiful, like they set an interesting foundation, like they created this interesting foundation for an industry by sort of like choosing to be and like go their own path, like forge their own way. If you think about like even like the transitions in the movie,
yes,
super fast. But then it has these like while the investigation's happening, all the scenes, like most people might not notice this, but like you go from super fast, like super quick cuts in your transitions to like very long, wide shots.
Wide one shots, and it's like it's following the characters. They're walking away from you know, whatever, you know, yada yada, the car or a building or something.
Right.
Yeah. It does both, and it does both. One in a funny way, but two, you're like, this is actually really good too.
Yeah. It's like high quality cinema.
Yes,
high quality filmmaking, but like to make fun of a thing. And so the reason why it makes me think of Wild Turkey is because the thing that everyone talks about with turkey is they're like, oh, it's really spicy. It's really spicy. So you would expect that like their bourbon is a high rye bourbon, but it's not.
No,
it's 15% rye, which is literally a low rye mash bill. And so I was like, man, how interesting is that? That like they are a lower entry proof, like they chose to zig when the industry was zagging, right? Like everyone's like, we're gonna do what Buffalo Trace is doing, 125 proof entry proof, like that's what, you know, because that's great bourbon. And the Russells were like, no, like
cool
Jimmy
story,
Russell,
bro. Yeah, cool story.
Like, I got my own thing, and like if people don't know the original JTS Brown. So if you, this is really nerdy stuff.
Let's go for it. Let's go for it.
And I feel like Hot Fuzz also like in if you said it earlier, like no matter what genre you like, if you like buddy cop movies, if you
like buddy cop movie,
if you like dry humor, slapstick humor,
it's all of that.
Like cinematography, like you can get all. It's kind of like one of those like old school nostalgic foundational, and so it made me start thinking about like the way I feel about Austin Nichols' Wild Turkey.
Okay.
Hot Fuzz took me back to this time where I was like, man, comedy didn't have to worry about being politically correct.
Right.
2004. Like it just wasn't the same as today. And so the story of Wild Turkey is that Austin Nichols is a grocery store chain. Like some people think Austin Nichols is like one dude, but like if you see Austin Nichols on the Wild Turkey bottle, that's how you know it's like it's the good old dusty stuff.
Nice.
So they like when they wanted to launch like Wild Turkey, there was a young distiller at the time that was at a place called JTS Brown, and it was a young Jimmy Russell. So Austin Nichols buys JTS Brown.
Wow.
And I don't know that this is actually true, but there's like lore. I should ask David Jennings, who is Rare Bird. He knows everything about Wild Turkey.
Okay.
But there's like rumors that I've read and that I've heard that like they only bought JTS Brown because they wanted Jimmy Russell, because like what he was doing, just like nobody had done.
No, I think that this is actual truth. We're just going to solidify it on the show.
Let's just say it's true. Yeah. Like, because he's this like young budding distiller who's like kind of doing what he wants, and he's pulling together pieces of techniques that he's like learned or heard from, or like just like things that he wants to try.
Yeah.
And out of that came this legendary brand, Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
And in the late 80s and early 90s, this is where Wild Turkey hits its stride, where like they're producing some of the best whiskey that nobody's buying.
Wow.
And this is what we know of as the glut era. Wow. And so I just think of like when I was backing up and looking at Hot Fuzz and thinking about like, oh, it's all these pieces of things that I love that have been put together. And like, it's not like if you ask most people, hey, what are your top 10 movies of all time? A lot of people are not putting it on there.
No.
But like for me, it's becoming like one of my, if the comedy's not better than Hot Fuzz, it's not funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you can't do all those things, but like this, it took me back there. Like I had to be on, like you had to say like, oh, we're going to do Hot Fuzz for this episode. Cause like I would not have gone back and rewatched it if not for that. But now that I did, like, it's weird what watching a movie, 10 years later will do to you. But right. I'm like, man, hey, this is like people are sleeping on this.
They're sleeping on this. I will say I rewatched it a while ago before I even thought of the concept of whiskey and a mystery. And I love murder mysteries. I break them down a lot on Nerds at Night, right? I do. That's sort of what our content, like what my content is and my contribution is for this channel. And when I watched this movie, I was like, holy shit, I forgot this is a murder mystery. And like, and it's funny and it's action, but like it is at the heart and soul of this movie, it is about Nick Angel being our detective character and going through and trying to solve why the fuck these like weird murders are happening. And then there's this whole, there is a reveal at the end, and it happens to be just, spoiler alerts out there, tune out, 3, 2, 1, get the fuck out of here. But it happens to be everyone, and that's so great. It's such a Murder on the Orient Express, except more violent, right? And I love that aspect that this is a murder mystery, but like people, they forget about the fact it's a comedy movie, it's a cop movie. Nah, it's a fucking murder mystery. And I think unless you revisit it under those eyes, you're like, it absolutely is. I thought it was maybe a horror movie, or no, it's a murder mystery. It's like Scream except with cops, like and funny, like and more funny,
like slightly conspiratorial too. Like,
yes,
these are my like one thing. If like one thing people might not know about me is I love a good conspiracy theory, and there are many that I believe to be true.
Let me tell you, we've got a guest on tonight. His name is Alex Jones, and he's come on. let me tell you, Mike. Well, we got the documents prove that. Let me tell you, Katrina was not. We all know there was explosions. 9/11. I mean, we all know what's going on.
I'm talking like deep cuts. Like the government created Skinwalker Ranch in Utah. And like there probably are aliens underneath the Denver airport. I don't know if you've heard about
that. I've been to the Denver airport, and after hearing, I'm like, this shit's first of all, it's an entire city. Why is it so big? It's so big. It's too big. Why is it so big? And also, what's up with these weird murals about like there's a guy in a gas mask, and like what's up with these kids, and why is there people with guns? Like it's fucking weird. And then Alex Jones' voice, well, let me tell you, we got the document proof when it was made. We all know the guy who made it, he died by the horse. The blue horse, we all know.
The blue horse died.
Bro, that's an evil thing to see as you come into the airport. It is the fucking weirdest thing to see.
Terrifying.
A blue horse, red eyes. What are you doing? Get out of here. Like, stop right now. So we could talk afterwards about some good
Yeah.
conspiracy. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what. Uh, you didn't know
Yeah.
Alex Jones was joining us. He was the
I
third
didn't
guest.
know. I'm glad he's here though.
Also saw him at Specs off of Brody in South Austin. That's a different story for a different day.
I mean, I bet though. Like, yeah, Austin.
No, he was there. He was buying
Yeah.
whiskey, beer, got out of line, talked with some people, and then went to go buy some nicotine pouches. That's what apparently that's what he likes. This was last April.
That's the most Alex Jones thing. Just go buy nicotine.
Absolutely. Let's cut to a clip of Alex Jones right now.
Folks, I'm an expert. Every day when I leave work, I do this.
God, I'm so sorry I did that for y'all out there. I'm so sorry I did that. It's for the joke. Guys, just laugh. But Mike, what a great story to pick with this. And I think it's very fitting, man. I think it's very, and I love to ask every guest that, because every guest goes into this with a different story of why something means something to them about this movie or about whatever movie that we're breaking down. But Mike, you know what time it is. We've got our whiskey right here. We've got it. It's great.
Yep.
But as my guest tonight, oh shit, and I spilled it all over me. That's fine.
Hey, what is it if you don't spill it? That's good. It's hand sanitizer.
That's right. We're gonna rub it all. It puts the whiskey on the skin, or it gets the hose again. Apparently,
it rubs the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. Yes, you will, precious. You will get the hose.
But for tonight, go ahead. You are my guest. Kick us off, man. What is one of your highs about this movie right here that you haven't already gone? I mean, you went into a couple, but there's a lot to go into this about this movie, I think.
There's a particular moment in the movie that I just love.
Okay.
And it's where like Nick Angel is talking to, it's where he like tries to arrest Simon Skinner, like where he's just like going through the reason why I like this moment is because there's several moments that sort of set it up in this very like beautifully humorous way. Again, I was paying attention to pacing a lot. The pacing is so right for that moment, but like from it where he's like telling the girl like, "Hey, I'm moving, like I got a new job. I'm moving."
Yeah. Dude, you knew that I was Kate Blanchett, right? To play this girlfriend.
Yeah.
What a crazy cameo.
I know. And I was like, man, in 2004, was this crazy or was it just like, I don't know. But it's the moment there where he's like, oh, that window's broken from the inside.
And she's like, God damn it, turn it off. Shut up.
And it's like such a good establishing moment for this character of Nick Angel.
Yes.
To be placed in this like pseudo cultish like town where there's this conspiracy, and like his hero moment where he like doesn't realize that like this is the Truman Show and he's in the middle, everybody's watching him. Like that's encapsulated. And so I sort of love that moment.
Also 2007, Shaun of the Dead was 2004.
Oh, that's right. I'm reversing him. Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead is hilarious. If you haven't seen that, you guys should watch that.
It's hilarious.
So spoof on Dawn of the Dead, everyone.
Yes.
But,
stop dropping facts. They're not ready for these things.
Yeah,
Mike.
yeah. But I just think that moment where he's like, it goes back from slow to fast pace. The pacing is really interesting, and it is where like to me, it's where it's like this moment establishes the movie as like, oh, if you didn't get it, this is a murder mystery,
right?
And like prepare for the ride, because and it almost happens at like the 1 hour mark too. It's like 1 hour and some change, and so it's like they literally cut the movie in half for you. Like it's like
yes.
So I love that moment
when he pulls the socks back and he's like, and you would have gotten a cut here, and he's like, you would have gotten a cut here, and he pulls the other one, and she's like, what are you doing? Yeah. And you're like, James Bond's over here, old James Bond just sitting behind, just chilling. He's just like, he's so cocky, and he's just like, what are you going to do? Like, I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. What a moment.
Yeah. It's where you have like, there's, in movies, you always have the choice with who you side with.
Yeah.
But it is kind of this moment where you're set up to be like, wait, no, he's right. He has to be right.
Right.
He cannot be wrong about these things. And it's where you know, like, oh, this is a murder mystery.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that. One of my highs is the scene when he finds the whole NWA.
Oh
right?
yeah,
And they're chanting whatever the New World Order or whatever they're chanting. We got a document proof they're chanting Latin. We all know, but whatever they're chanting and over there, he goes up to him and he's like, "You killed this person for this reason, and you killed that person for this reason, and you killed, and it was connected because of this." And they're like, "Nah, we killed that person because their house didn't fit. Or we killed that other person because he don't know how to spell, dude." And then cousin Tilly, if we can't have her, nobody can. Let's cut to that clip right now.
If we can't have her, no one can.
But yeah, it's like all these. He's got all the conspiracy figured out, and they're like, "Nah, it's way more simple than that. We're just petty."
Yeah,
we just,
exactly.
You don't like you don't like what we're doing? Then fuck you. We're gonna kill you. That's what's gonna happen. And he's just like, what? Like the look on his face when he puts it together, and he's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, which is such a funny human emotion because I've never lived in a neighborhood where I like my homeowners association.
Oh, it's hilarious.
And
yeah,
so
you shouldn't.
Like, they are evil, just like the
they are evil.
NWA.
They are evil, and we all know this. We got the documents to prove it.
We do.
But yeah, that scene, right? Because it's such a, the denouement in a murder mystery with Hercule Poirot or like Sherlock Holmes. Like, the thing is connected to the thing, and we know that this, and you were there, right? And then he does this whole denouement, and then they're like, nah, like. We just if you mess with the town and we don't like it, like
that's right.
Guess who's getting he's being on the chopping block right now. It's just way so simpler. Like that twist in and of itself, it's a small twist, but it's just like that was it. Like the whole time we didn't have to put all these clues together. Like none of what Nick Angel did mattered. He got it figured out, but none of what he thought mattered. And it's such an interesting moment because like you then return back to the comedy aspect. You're like, it's a murder mystery, but it's also it's fun. It's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is not your average murder. That is true. That is another seismic shift in the movie. I think where it's like it's playing with your emotions again because you're like, no, he has to be right about this, and you're like, oh wait, he's not because I forgot that I'm watching a freaking
fucking comedy. Oh, it's great. Give me another one. Give me another something you loved about this movie, man.
There's just pure nostalgia for me. Like,
oh yeah.
Specifically with I was about to call him Steve Martin. Martin Freeman.
Martin. That whole scene with him and Steve Coogan and Bill Nye, and it's all one after the other. You want me to call the commissioner?
You want to take this higher? You want me to bother the chief inspector with this?
Yeah. And they're pulling them all off. And I'm like, man, it's so, I was just thinking like, man, his career has been so interesting. Like, going from that movie, and it made me, I literally told my wife, I was like, Martin, you've never seen this movie, but like Martin Freeman's in the movie. She's like, well, I guess we got to watch it. It's like, because like when he wrote Sherlock,
all three movies.
Yeah, he's on all of them. Yeah.
Yes. Which is hilarious. Bigger role every time.
Yeah, every time. Then he goes from these little movies to Marvel. Like
then even before then, in the interim, he was the Hobbit. He played
the Hobbit.
He played
Sherlock.
Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah,
played Sherlock. Right. Like he's done stuff, and it's just so funny to see him in a role like this. You're like, you were here for like a minute or two. Also, funny enough, he was in I don't know if a lot of people, deep cut right here for people. If you're a Sacha Baron Cohen fan, he was in Ali G the movie.
Mm-hmm.
He played one of the homies with Ali G.
Which is even, oh man, that's a yo, Ali G. Hey, listen, I used to
rock with Ali G.
Yeah, me too. Like, those movies are wild. Oh, that's right. He was one of those.
Mm-hmm. West Stain's Massive. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Let's cut to a clip of that movie with him right now.
Will you boys move? I've told you before, it's a fire risk. Hey, yeah, motherfucker, what's the problem, huh? Yeah, we just folk brothers chilling on the sidewalk, maxing, relaxing, it ain't too taxing, boof. Move. Okay, yes, we just sit on the bench. Yeah.
That just happened right now. We didn't see it, but The fans
Exactly.
saw it, and it's hilarious.
I mean, I hope people go and rewatch this film.
Yeah.
Like, if you're watching this, make sure you go rewatch the whole film. But like that moment where I saw him sitting at that desk, I was like, it's the beginning of the movie, and I'm just like, oh man, like I hadn't thought about this guy in years. So,
And yeah, he's
really
in Marvel, and he plays a very important role in Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, it just, sort of segmenting all the homies, and they're helping him. And yeah, he plays a nice role in the Marvel universe, and it's still may come to play a bigger role as we get into our newest Avenger movies. So
yeah, he has to.
Yeah,
he's the Shield guy. So
he's the Shield guy. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Like Martin Freeman doesn't have incredible range. He does not, but he's managed to be in some really different roles.
In some shit. He managed to doing a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, what a career he has had.
I do love that, man. I will say another one of my favorite things here is, and I think you lightly touched on it, but it is the pacing, but it's like the quick snippets of like going from one thing to another, right? Like going from, him being all the people being in the beginning, I'll cut to the clip, but like he kicks all the kids out the bar, and then it comes back to him and the shot of him. He's just like chilling with a newspaper, or then it's just these things that go from this to that, and then intercut sometimes with like these real silly, like you see them in action movies, but it's these shots of like in the action movies, it's them grabbing a gun, it's them getting everything together. But in this movie, it's like grabbing the paperwork, grabbing a pen, right? Filling out the paperwork, being like, we need a new pen. Yeah, it's like these little silly things that like you're like, that's funny. That's really funny. It adds to the gag.
I mean, it's almost like making cuts for social media. Like that's the thing I thought about. I was just like, man, this it's so interesting that they chose this, because that has like so when I was in high school, I was doing speech and debate in high school, like as an activity you can do.
Yeah.
And when you give speeches, they teach you to make like these short transition walks. Like you walk from when you're done making one point and you're about to start making another one, you walk a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this kid that he would say, all right, so now that I'm done with this point, I'm going to make an awkwardly long transition walk. And he would walk all the way to the back of the room, and people would love it. They were just like, this is so, because what he was doing was he was like, hey, this is so stupid, I'm going to lean into it like even more.
Yeah.
And that is what they did with those quick cuts as transitions. They were like, this is goofy, so we're going to play loud sound effects. Like,
right.
like the sound effects were loud, clicky, stompy, and like they're so fast. It's all
right.
And when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that is really stupid that in Hollywood they teach you, hey, tight shots, quick cuts, that's what gets you from one scene to the next, because it saves them money.
Right.
Like, it's like crank the car up, go. But
the scene that is the thesis of this, I think, is when he comes back into the town at the end of the movie, and he's like buying stuff, and he's like, is that all you need? And he looks, and he's like, he sees the fucking spray paint, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna buy all. So then he hands the guy the money, he puts it on the counter, and the cashier grabs everything, and there's still like a quarter or a coin piece left. So he grabs all the thing, and then the coin's there, and you're like, why are we still staring at? And then the hand grabs the coin, and you're like, bro, this is we didn't need this, but also I think we did. We did.
Yeah. It's like some editor is late at night and was like, yeah. Yeah.
It's also so much a credit to Edgar Wright as a director. Like, if you love, and again, for people that don't know a lot of Edgar Wright, just look, the one film you should worry about, Scott Pilgrim. He directed Scott Pilgrim, and if you love Scott Pilgrim, you're gonna love Shaun of the Dead. You're gonna love this movie. You're gonna love the whole Cornetto trifecta of this whole trilogy, because he's directing all of them, and it's so beautiful. Like, whatever they're trying to highlight in that movie, they highlight in that movie. Whatever they're trying to make fun of or make satirical or do something bombastic in a comedic way, they do it. They do it, and
Yep.
I think they do it better in this movie than they did in Shaun of the Dead. I think Shaun of the Dead, they were
Agreed.
like, we're trying to do this, and it does look really good. This one, they got it. They got it figured out. They're like, yep, this is it. We tightened it
Yeah.
up right here.
They totally got it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Got it. Like, there's these moments where they do this like quick dolly zoom
Mhm.
on Simon Pegg's face,
Right.
and the only reason why is because I kept thinking about Mission Impossible.
Yes.
It's like,
Okay. I'm going to add something when you're done. I've got something in my head. Go ahead.
I mean, it was just that. Like I was like, but it's like it was that same. It was that like to direct this movie had to be so hard because you had to literally mash up multiple genre and like you had to get them all right for it to work.
Yeah.
Like you had to get the murder mystery piece correct.
Mhm.
So like I think the reason why we're both sort of thinking about the pacing is because if the pacing's off, none of it works.
Right.
And so I can't imagine how many times they had to shoot those scenes, but like those, like I don't know if one director borrowed from another, but like those dolly zooms where you see him like in the
Fucking
cop outfit
great.
with the
Yeah.
hat, I'm like, Mission Impossible.
It's so funny because they borrowed from so many elements. So there was a scene, I was watching it last night. It's very much the end when Nick Angel figures out, who the killers are.
Yeah.
And he leaves Danny at his hotel room. I'm cutting on all this as we're talking, but he leaves Danny at the hotel room. You'd already, bashed over the head. Homie who played the Hound, right? The homie who played the Hound is in this movie. He plays Yarp, old Yarp dude from Game of Thrones. For those out there who don't know what I'm talking about, the Hound from Game of Thrones. He's in this movie. Everybody's in this movie. Everybody that that lives in Britain, lives in Great Britain, they're all in this movie. Even the king, who was the king in the new Game of Thrones series. What is it? The Dragons? House of the Dragon. First season, the king who's in House of the Dragon. He's in this movie. He plays one of the Andys. So there you go. You guys should watch this movie if you haven't seen it. And if you have seen it and you're like, damn it, that's where I know him. Patrick something is his name. But the scene I'm talking about, so he leaves Danny and he's running. He's just running. And they're just recording him running. And as I watched it, I'm like, why are they showing him running? Like, that doesn't make. And then I was like, what does Tom Cruise do in every Mission Impossible?
Yep.
He's running. Like the guy's fucking chopping and I'm like, that's why they did this with Nick Angel. That's why they did this at the end of the movie. Like, it's Mission Impossible, the running scene. That's why they had to include it. And when I put one and two together, I'm like, they stole from every other movie. Why wouldn't they steal from Mission Impossible? Of course.
Yeah.
The gratuitous running scene from Mission Perfect. This is the encapsulation of the mockery of the action movie, whether it's a spy movie, the Bad Boys they have the helicopter going over the top of the bad boy, but then they have the helicopter going over the top of Danny and Nicholas Angel. Like they steal the shots from everywhere. And you're right. Like, I think that they're in my head. I'm like, you have it mapped out already. You just got to execute it. Can we execute it? The execution, I think, for that, for doing it, like we know what it needs to look like. So let's make sure we do it like that.
Yeah.
That's all we have to do. We don't have to map out the mapping's done. When they do movies and they do the storyboard, they're like, storyboard's done. We just have to watch that scene a couple of times. Okay, we got it. Yeah. Let's execute it. The execution of this had to be so precise. Otherwise, it jankies up the movie. It jankies up the movie so much.
Yeah, totally.
So to your point with that Mission Impossible, when I saw that run, I was like, dude, Mike called it. Like, yeah, that's they're literally in this movie making fun of it, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, like I don't know this to be true, but I thought of the part where they're fighting in the little tiny village thing.
The tiny village?
Yeah. The cars hit the sprinkler and it looks like it's raining.
It looks like, I literally thought that last night. I'm like, they don't have to pay for rain. It doesn't have to be fake rain. It's just a little hydrant that's gotten hit. Like, that's all you have to pay for.
I mean, it's like in every superhero movie, the superheroes are destroying the town.
Right.
To save the world. It's this little tiny town that they're fighting in. And he's like, you need to leave my village. And he's like, it's not your village anymore. Like grabbing his
uppercuts Timothy Dalton.
Yeah. I'm like, man, it's so well executed. Mm-hmm. Like so well thought out. Like at every stage and every step of this movie, I feel like they have masterfully figured out like the mix between action, comedy, like satire, you know, and borrowing from other films. It's beautiful.
I think one of the things I love about this movie too, and you'll probably agree, you'll be like, I wish I said this. The foreshadowing is on 1,000 in this movie. Like,
oh my God.
Everything is foreshadowed in one way or another, even the little town. So like, let's get to a clip of the Andy saying the line about the little town.
Yeah, you want to be a big cop in a small town? Fuck off up the model village.
And then by the end of the movie, he's at the little town, you know, like there's so much foreshadowing that happens in this movie. Even at the end, I think one of the Andys even told him like, who do you want to start? Like, you want to open the phone book and like, do you want to go ahead and arrest everybody? Do you want to start with Aaron Aronson?
Do you want to go through the whole phone book?
Yeah, we'll put a call into Aaron A. Aronson, shall we?
Yeah.
And then the kid he meets at the end of the movie, he's like, what's your name? He's like,
You did good, kid.
Ta.
What's your name?
Aaron Aarons.
Sorry?
and again, even to the point of like the Andys again, they're like, everybody has guns. Farmers have guns. And he's like,
Everybody and their mums is packing around there.
Like who? Farmers? Who else?
Farmers' mums.
and then we find farmers that have guns. And then the end of the movie with a guy his mother's a farmer. She has a fucking, like, everything is foreshadowed in this movie, but it's done brilliantly.
Oh yeah. I mean, even the freaking Swan, they're in the car and you're like, oh, you can just run this thing over, or you can move it aside, but they put it in the car.
They put it in the back.
Yeah. And the Swan saves the day. Like that's the most brilliant thing.
Yeah, I mean, so much foreshadowing that's done in the movie. And I love it because you pay attention to the lines, and then you're like, everything has every line that like sticks out to you has a payoff, right? Like, so even when, you know, Nick and Danny are in the car and he's like, you have to be on the lookout for everything. And he's like, well, why does he have a big coat? And he's like, he's probably hiding something. And then by the end, that guy who's walking around with the big green trench coat, the old guy, he's got guns. He's got a gun under there. And you're like, everything that Nick is saying is like, it's par for the course, but we just wanted to take it as something. We're with Danny. We're like, you're just silly. You need to have a beer and calm down.
Exactly. Exactly.
Honestly, between me, who's a movie nerd, Mike is a movie nerd, and a great cinematographer, we're having a tough time finding some lows. Maybe it's the wild turkey. Maybe it's just our love for this movie, but we're having a tough time. So let us know in the comments. But right now, Mike, you know what time it is. You know what we're going to do. We need to figure out, my dude, who's your MVP for this movie?
I'm going to give the simpleton answer. It's Nick Angel. Nick Angel's the hero. Like, you know, back to the Mission Impossible thing. Like, it's like Nick Angel is the center of the universe. He's the hero. Even when he does it, even win the fight, he wins the fight. Like, like the guy's coming at him with the knife and he slips on the truck. Like, but it's still
hilarious. Again, everything's intent, and he strips on a miniature of his grocery store's truck to fly onto the chapel tip.
The chapel and get impaled.
Yeah. And still alive. Yeah.
But I to me, the MVP, I mean, it really is. I mean, and as an actor, like Simon Pegg, because every other film that he's really in, not every other film, like outside of that trilogy, I've experienced him as a background character, as like an ancillary character.
Right.
And I think he plays the role so well. Like from the, like, you know, this almost military, like
by the books.
Yeah, by the books. And I think like a lot of the pacing and comedic, because it's the lead actor in the film, like he could have also like pushed for things that screwed the film as well. And so I think like a lot of that pacing, a lot of what makes this movie great is it's the Nick Angel character. Like, it is it's all those moments that we've talked about, those two big moments that we talked about, where it's like Nick Angel is getting the chance to show like how great he really is, but he doesn't see the thing that's right in front of him.
Right.
So that's why it's MVP.
No, I love it. Also, before we get into my MVP, I just want to shout out the cast of this movie. Like literally everyone you've ever seen in Harry Potter is in this movie for sure. Like,
Yeah, it has to be.
or Game of Thrones. Like everybody anybody who's is in this movie. Like anybody of the town folk, right? Even the guy who plays a lot of people. This is a deep cut out there. If you're a millennial, y'all, like me and Mike. I don't even know how old Mike is, but I'm figuring we're both.
Yeah, I'm a millennial. We're definitely.
Yeah. The guy who plays the priest at the church is Ivan Ooze. Don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know. I didn't realize that.
That is Ivan Ooze from the Power Rangers, 1995.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Now I have the cast pulled up, and I'm like, holy smokes!
Everybody who's anybody is in this movie. I mean, especially in the town. Like, there's so many people who are in the town folk who have been in, or even, I mean, the farmer guy when they go and he has a seam line and all the guns. He's the fucking. He's Greyjoy. Not Euron Greyjoy. He plays. Oh God, who's the guy who? The twins who owns the twin bridges in Game of Thrones and who has the Red Murder happen. Gray, somebody who you know who I'm talking about, right?
I have
Game of Thrones
never seen Game of Thrones.
All right, I just ruined it for you. But he's also the janitor.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, good. He's also the janitor in Harry Potter, right? Like he's been in Harry Potter too. There's so many of these characters. The guy who plays the Danny's dad, who plays the chief of the police, he's in Harry Potter. I think the lady who's like the running the hotel, I think she's been in Harry. Everybody in this movie they've been in Harry Potter one way or another. It's crazy.
Harry Potter and some other British thing. You know, Jude Law's in the movie.
Yeah. In this movie.
Yeah, Jude Law's like some background character. Like,
I think he plays one of the NCIS characters with Kate Blanchett. I think he's back there. Also too in this movie, the Santa that stabs Nicholas Angel's hand, that is Peter Jackson.
Yes.
Yes, the director of Lord of the Rings, for those out there. This movie is just, the casting is just phenomenal. And even Olivia Colman, y'all. Olivia Colman, she's in this movie. Also been in Marvel. If you have seen what was the show? That Secret Invasion. She was in Secret Invasion, right? She's been in Marvel.
Crown.
The Crown. She's been in Murder on the Orient Express, the new one with Kenneth Branagh too. So Olivia Colman, shout out to her. But my MVP for this movie, Mike, gonna be surprising. Maybe it's not. Timothy Dalton. He is my MVP for this movie. He leans into the bad guy and I think at first you're like, I get it, dude. You're the killer. And then the longer this goes on, you're like, this is a gag, right? And then in that scene that we were talking about, where like Simon Pegg pulls up his pants and he's like, "Hi," and you're like, "Well, damn, dude! Like this movie's fun." Okay, the movie got me. The movie got me. Okay, you're good. You're good. And then finally at the end, he's the fucking killer. And then when he has this line, when Nick Angel comes and gets everybody, he's like, "Oh, he's so intriguing," or "He's so interesting," or he said, let's cut to a clip of it right now.
My, he is tenacious, isn't he?
But that line right there, when I heard it, I was just like, wow, you're until the bitter end, Timothy Dalton, you're out here. And then gets into and then Mr. James Bond gets into a fist fight with fucking Nicholas Angel at the end of the movie. And you're like, I'm here for this, dude. It's schlocky. It ain't no UFC fight. It ain't no technique. They're just out here just like slamming and bamming and thank you, mammon.
That's right.
That is my MVP for this movie. I think he's in every scene, right? Comes up, plays the music that he's playing, matches what just happened. I'm cutting prices. You got to arrest me. And the guy's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Or I'm slashing prices. I'm a killer. You got to get me. Yeah. Right. Or cut to the clip right now.
I'm a slasher and I must be stopped.
You're a what?
A slasher of prices.
But like that whole little bit, like you're like, this is hilarious. When you rewatch it, it's hilarious. In the scene, you're like, you're fucking weird. Go home. Get away from me. Yeah. Stop it. You smell like salami. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like, don't touch me. But like, yeah, for all those reasons, though, Timothy Dalton, absolutely for me is the MVP. If I couldn't pick Nicholas Angel, Timothy Dalton is the MVP for this movie for sure. Mike, we have gone through the highs and lows. We have had a great journey. We have gone through our MVPs. But you know what time it is. As my whiskey nerd, as my whiskey guest for tonight, you've already made a pick. What is your expert pick for this movie?
My expert pick for this movie is not this particular one necessarily, but this one would work. This is the Bardstown Discovery Series 12.
Somewhere. Wow.
It's my camera.
Oh, it's going. It's doing something now.
Oh, there we go.
Then it's getting blurry. Then it's doing it. Somebody call Edgar Wright. We need him here.
Hold on. Yeah. Well, this is it. It's the Discovery Series 12. And the reason why I chose Discovery Series is because of all, like, there's all of these elements that we've talked about that, like, I think what makes Hot Fuzz so great is it is the collection of things, like the collection of genres, like the, you know, like even like the cast coming together. Like there's so many, and I feel like with a lot of movies that people think are great, it's like they're great because they do one thing really great. But this is great because it does a lot of things really great all at the same time.
Yeah.
And that is, I chose the Discovery Series because for many years, Bardstown Bourbon Company has been putting out what's called the Discovery Series. Now, Bardstown puts out a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
And Discovery Series, for the most part, they go like nobody's even asking about Discovery Series 13. But Discovery Series 11 made a lot of,
it was like a banger, right? Like that was like a banger. Like everybody loves that one, right?
It is very good, but it's because it had high aged wild turkey in it. Like it had I think it was 13-year-old wild turkey, but this one 12 has 14-year-old wild turkey. So like the real
explain this in depth more. Wait, what? I had no idea. So they're just grabbing juice from everyone?
Yeah. So what Bardstown is doing is they will source distillate. So they have their own distillate that goes in. So they'll distill something, and it's typically the youngest thing in the mash bill. And then they tell you on the side you can't see it because
of the camera,
yeah, because of the camera. But on the side they tell you what's in the blend. And so if you know like what these distillery mash bills are, then you know like what's in there. So
if you know basically is what's going on.
Yeah, so it's got a Kentucky 75 13 12, that's the wild turkey mash bill. And it's 14-year-old wild turkey in here. So somewhere along the lines, like Bardstown ended up with a bunch of wild turkey barrels. They've been aging them and blending them. It also has some Barton in there. You know, so like you can see what's in the blend. I chose it because I just thought like when Discovery Series is great, and there's like several of them that people consider really, really great. It's the same as this movie. Like it's like I have no complaints. It's like you've taken all the best parts of many things that I love, and you've put them together in one whiskey. Right? Like, you know, like it's one whiskey, and you know, in keeping with our turkey theme, it's got a lot of wild turkey in there. So that's my expert pick.
I love it. Could anybody pick if they couldn't find? You had is that the 8 you said?
This is the 12.
12. Okay. Is there if they couldn't find the 12, could anyone do, or would you prefer the 12, or maybe one or two that if they could find them, you know, that you would say?
The ones I would look for. I would look for, I really do think there's 1 through 12. Okay. 13 will come out at some point this year. Yeah. But there's, in Texas anyway, there's a lot of 10s on the shelf.
Okay.
Still, you can still get 10, and that one was really good. If you can find an 11, I would grab an 11. But if you can also find a 4 or a 9, okay, which for whatever reason, 9s are like everywhere.
Really?
Like they're in the label's maroon. Like before they got to 10, when they got to Discovery Series 10, they switched to these white labels with like a colored strip. But this is why nobody this is why there's some great whiskey out there in Discovery Series and nobody knows, because they're just in a maroon label that looks like the Bardstown bottle.
Right.
And you have to like make sure you read that it says Discovery Series, because there's other releases with the maroon label. So, it was clearly like somebody at Bardstown's marketing department needed to go.
They're like, you know what I'm gonna, I just got fired today. You know what I'm gonna do? Everything's going out as maroon today. That's what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would look for 4, 9, 10, or 11.
Okay.
But really, any of them, like, because everyone's palate is so different. Like, I think especially if you're finding them on the shelf at a store, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more money for them. They're about $120. A
couple pennies, yeah. But that's what an expert pick is. Like, this isn't your $45 whiskey. This is, you're gonna spend some money on something.
That's right. Yeah, and so you're not gonna, this is not one of those $300 to $500 bottles. But if you find them, I would definitely grab them, because they can be really enjoyable. Like sometimes they've got Tennessee Distilling Company, and like you'll see Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, right? Like the blends are really, really good, and they're really enjoyable.
I love it, man. Well, everybody out there, that is Mike's expert whiskey pick for this movie. Hopefully you can find yourself some 8-year 101. If you're a whiskey fan and you're like, I already got that 8-year 101, what's he picking? You came to the right place. You came to the right point of this episode. Go out and find you a Discovery. If you already have one, do like Pokemon and go catch them all. How about that? Go try to find the rest of them, and go ahead and wait for the 13 as it drops this year. Mike, it has been a pleasure to have you on, man. I hope to have you on in the future to do another one of these with you, dude. I think it's been a blast.
Anytime. So much fun.
Yeah. Thank you, man. But again, if you've tuned in for the show, if you know the show, you know what I do right now. I let the reins go. I say, go ahead, take over my show. Let people know where they can find you, what you're doing, what you got cooking up. Just do all the things, man. Yeah, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. You can just find me at Cinebourbon, CINE, like cinematic or cinema, and then bourbon, on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm really just starting my YouTube up, so I would love if you would find me there and show some love to the videos that are there. But yeah, that's what I'll say. You find me at any of those places, and interact. If you do comment or DM, like, let me know that you found it from this particular show, because I think this is a super fun podcast. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Love it, man. Love it. Mike, thank you so much for coming on. Everybody go follow Cinebourbon, like a cinephile, like a cinematographer, like put the word cine whatever when it comes to movies, and put bourbon in there, and you'll find Mike. And while you're online finding Mike, why don't you go ahead and follow me, Muddy Blakeweather, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, everywhere the cool kids are hanging out. I like to hang out, and I like to hang out with a little bit of bourbon by my side. It's always fun that way. And since you're online right now, go ahead and click like, click subscribe. If you haven't done that and you're not subscribing, just go ahead and click it, because we're going to get more episodes of Whiskey and a Mystery just like this one. Also, by the time this release, we should be doing Only Murders in the Building week by week. So if you're an Only Murders fan, feel free to tune in week by week as we break down every clues that are coming out in the episodes and trying to figure out who the killer is by the end of the season. And hopefully before then we can do it. Go ahead and comment. Let me know what your favorite whiskey might be with this movie, if it's different from the one that our whiskey guest came on tonight to pick. I'd love to hear it. And if you have had this whiskey with this movie, let me know how it paired for you. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really enjoy hearing from y'all about this series. I really enjoy all the support. I know it's something a little bit different, but I'm so glad that even as I'm shifting to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you guys are still tuning in for the journey. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate y'all. I hope y'all are doing good, being safe. And like I say for every episode, whether it's morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time you're listening to this, I really do appreciate you. And until the next case, I will see you. Peace.